January 11th, 2019.
This is Nerd Bourbon episode 84. I'm Seth Sturgill.
And I'm Todd Sturgill.
Hello, Todd.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good for me. Sounds like it's not going great for you.
Yeah, I just saw my father's ass. It's good.
You want to give some context for that story, for the moon sighting?
Well, so it was a full moon. But so half the time when we sit down to record, I usually wait for my father to go to sleep so we can have silence. And lately we've been living the good life. It wasn't good for him, but it was good for us.
He was going into work a little bit earlier.
Yeah, so we'd be able to record a little earlier, but now we're back to our regular time. So it's like sitting there like usually he goes to bed like 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we record this show, by the way.
About 2:30 in the afternoon.
But I'm sitting there like waiting for him to go to sleep because I don't want any bullshit. And I'm looking out the crack of my door. I'm talking to you about it the entire time. And I open it at one point, and I'm just like, come on, man. You just going to go to bed? And as he heard me talking about how, I was talking about how I can just look out from the crack of the door and just look right at him and mean mug him. And he's just going to say some shit like, look out again, I'll show you a little more crack. Which was already funny. So, lo and behold, I walk out, and yeah.
He delivered.
Full ass, he delivered. It was good.
More power to him.
I respect it.
That was, yeah, I respect it too. It was pretty good. Oh, Todd, have you done anything interesting this week, non-game related? Is it all video games all the time?
I mean, I've been in pain.
Injecting video games directly into your blood.
That's usually what I do. I just inject it right into my bloodstream. Other than the fact that my ankle is still fucked up, yeah.
Sometimes I feel like when we talk about like bodily issues or like pain or something, it's like two old men on a podcast. This week my ankle is giving me problems.
It's like we both work physically demanding jobs. Not like these crazy physically demanding jobs, but there's worse shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
But the shit that we do, it weighs on the human body. And it definitely has aged the shit out of my body.
Mm-hmm.
I should go to the doctor to get this ankle checked out, but
yeah, you gotta get it looked at, dude. I'm telling you, gotta get it looked at.
Nah,
it's gonna. That's the thing is like, it's shit like that you can't just let ride. Like you're just gonna make it worse and worse.
Oh, it's definitely getting worse.
Because at least if you get it looked at, they can determine the root cause. Which obviously it's obviously related to working on it or whatever, but it's give you some bone supplements,
something.
Give you some of that good shit. I don't know, but you do wear ankle braces, so that helps.
Shit, I wear knee braces, ankle braces. I'm thinking about getting a back brace.
Just put braces all over your fucking body.
I think I've made the joke. I'm just like, is there like a compression suit that I can wear?
Just put on like a compression unitard before I go to work. That'd be pretty good. The only really, you know what? I just want to talk about this just because I have a platform and I want to use any opportunity to voice this that I can on my platform. I took my little brother to go see Into the Spider-Verse this week. It is my second time going to go see it. Please go watch that fucking movie, you guys. Please go to the theater and watch Into the Spider-Verse. It is such a phenomenal movie, and I love it even more on the second viewing. It I can't say enough good things about that movie. There, and indeed there is podcast evidence of me just gushing nonstop about that movie for about 45 minutes. We did an episode of Shots about Into the Spider-Verse that you can go and listen to, and I just really, really love that movie, and I want to see a sequel to it. It's not officially confirmed that there's going to be a sequel yet. I mean, I think they've sort of hinted at, the fact that they're kind of developing a sequel, but I really, really want this movie to do well for Sony Pictures, and I really hope that I really hope that people sort of take the good word of mouth. It is now a Golden Globe Best Animated Feature winner, and it's just a really, really wonderful film, and I hope more people go to see it.
Yeah.
So there's there's another thing that we need to talk about, and it's pretty important. I don't want to sort of bog the podcast down with some somber topics, but we need to talk about wizard poop.
What?
We need to talk about wizard poop.
The hell is that?
Wizard poop, Todd. When a wizard has to poop.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I did. It's like they adopted the plumbing and shit. Yeah.
So this is crazy, and apparently this has actually been around for a long time on Pottermore, and it's well documented. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Apparently, on Pottermore, and this just recently came back out because I think they tweeted about it. Pottermore tweets here, and I quote, "Hogwarts didn't always have bathrooms. Before adopting Muggle plumbing methods in the 18th century, witches and wizards simply relieved themselves wherever they stood and vanished the evidence."
Poopus Deletus?
Yeah. Poopus racist. That's so strange. Why did they do this? I don't understand. I just don't understand it, Todd.
Hey, here's the thing. Seth, if you were a magical being,
would I just piss and shit myself all the time? No. I would just use the toilet like a normal person. That's so crazy.
Here's the thing. That is normal to them.
It shouldn't be. That's not even like... Yeah, it was before adopting it in the 18th century. That's not even like that long ago. Like, I mean, it's a long time ago, but it's not like, like, that's so crazy to me. And then there's another piece here where I'm on Jezebel.com, who ran an article about this. And it says, Western European wizards weren't alone in their penchant for pooping and peeing on the go. There's some evidence that palace aristocrats back in the day did this too. Check out this account from Memoirs of Louis and His Court of the Regency, which claims Princess de Harcourt pooped and pissed on herself all over Versailles.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
She just straight up, they would just piss and shit themselves. And then just magically vanish the piss and shit. And
Poopus Deletus.
Poopus Deletus. And that's fucking canon. That's so crazy.
How does that make you feel? It's just like what?
I mean, I don't really... I mean, look, there's stupid shit that's like Star Wars canon too. But like, that's the kind of shit where I'm just like why? And also, where's it going? Is there just like a poop...
To the realm of poop and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Is there just like a poop dimension? Or are you just turning it...
Shit, I live in the poop dimension.
Yeah. Is there just a dimension in the wizarding world that's like 98% poop? Or like... or like... Are they just making it invisible? And you're just able to like...
Oh no.
That's crazy to me. I just don't understand.
This is a real conversation.
I mean, I'm sorry. That just has weighed heavy on my mind ever since I heard about that.
When you first said wizard poop, what the fuck are you talking about?
Thought I was just having a stroke. Oh, wizard poop. Yeah, I'm sorry. Had to be discussed. Todd, what have you been playing this week?
It's 2019. Let's get right back into some Monster Hunter World.
Oh God. New year, new Monster Hunter.
Yes, I jumped on there. I've kind of reached a kind of stopping point with Dragon's Dogma. Like, one of the final things that I really technically need to do is like fight death, and the other part of me is like, do I care?
You're just like, fuck that.
I'm like, I feel like I could easily do it. Like, I'll just, if I prepared for it. The other part of me is like, I've done a lot with Dragon's Dogma. Okay, but gold rarefied all my gear. Did like God knows how many playthroughs at this point. and I'm kind of like, I'm kind of putting that on the back burner. Maybe I'll go back and fight death, but I jumped to Monster Hunter just because it's like that kind of perfect game to just jump on and like waste some hours in. And ended up doing the Arch-Tempered Cove to Roth and actually got into a new weapon type recently, which was the Sword and Shield.
Right. Yeah, you were telling me about that. If I were to ever jump back into that game, that's probably what I'd fuck with.
Well, because I was telling you about it, like it really pays off to like make a Sword and Shield a support build. Right. And like I have 2 Sword and Shield builds. I have like one that's more damage based. Like, just no wide range, none of that shit, really. It's just, like, full damage, sword and shield. Right. Like, max blast attack. Because the Cove to Roth is the weapon I have is just a blast sword and shield. And I got, like, full blast attack on that. Like, it's a lot of fun. But on the, I call it my Paladin build. It has, like, wide range maxed out, speed eating maxed out. So I can get that shit quick. And what now the things that I need to do if I want to do this properly is to actually start crafting the shit I haven't crafted in God knows how long. Mm-hmm. Like, mainly, like the demon drugs, armor drug, you know, like the, all that crap that I haven't, like, crafted in God knows how long. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've been messing around with that. Been actually getting into other old weapon types that I haven't fucked with in a while. Like, I made a new switch axe. Okay. And, that's been fun.
Well, cool.
More Monster Hunter. Just been experimenting. Other game-wise, I've been playing Red Dead Online.
Right.
Finally.
Right.
Yeah, I jumped into it. In a drunken purchase, I bought Red Dead Redemption 2 for a...
you need to give up the facade.
Hey,
you may have...
The facade. I was drunk. I will not deny that I would have bought it anyways.
Yeah, you don't deny. You know, there may have been alcohol in your system when you bought it. Doesn't mean that it influenced your purchasing decision.
It loosened my already low inhibitions.
That's fair. You purchased a copy for our friend Tyler.
Yeah, for a mutual friend of ours. He plays the shit out of it. That man is like just like sitting there living in the Wild
really
West.
Likes it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been hunting and all that, and I jump on there, have a lot of fun with him.
Well, good.
I mean, like the only thing I'm waiting on with Red Dead Online, I can just talk about Red Dead Online for a little bit right now, is I'm waiting for it to get cleaned up a bit with some updates.
What do you mean by that?
It is, bro, they need to get passive mode.
Oh, like where you can just play without PvP?
Big bad way, dude.
Yeah.
Because like, I just don't want to fuck with people. Like sometimes I'm just like, dude, let me turn passive on and let me just basically play that game almost in a single player sort of way.
Yeah.
Because it's like GTA Online had passive.
I was about to say, I remember GTA having passive mode.
Yeah, and I think it needs to get. I mean, there's passive areas in the game where, like, in like your camp.
Okay.
And like when you're in quest areas, but not all quests. So I can understand why they don't have a passive mode because there is like these stranger quests you can do in the game where if you start them, other posses can fuck with you. Okay. Like I can understand that. Because like it's the Wild West.
But do you think that there should be a passive mode available for like just general play?
Yeah, it's just I don't because not all the time. I don't want to, dude. I jumped on. I was AFK for like 10 seconds. I was like searching something up on the internet. I was talking to Tyler and whatnot, and I look back and there's a dude next to me lassoing me and hog tying me. I'm like, motherfucker.
That's pretty good though.
Within seconds, I'm legit like scrambling for my controller. I'm like breaking free out of this shit. He starts fucking pulling me. I'm like fucking getting dragged. I'm like, oh,
come here, boy. Come here, boy.
Exactly. Like, come here, boy. And I broke free and I just killed his ass instantly. Shot him in the fucking head. I was like, dude. I was in the game for like 10 seconds. I was like, holy shit.
That's an interesting thing because I wonder if that has something to do with why they can't. Or why they haven't included passive mode. Because I wonder, is it tricky to like for them to basically tell the game that, oh, hey, like you could hog tie everything else in the game except for this person? You know?
Oh, that's an interesting thing to like talk about. But that's one thing. Like, you see where like GTA Online ended up. You know?
Like, I wonder if it's an engine issue.
But
anyway.
I am looking forward to seeing where Red Dead Online will be like by the end of this year.
Right.
Like, just the way like GTA Online is like GTA Online in the beginning was weak as shit.
Right. Yeah.
I jumped back into it. So I originally played GTA Online, I think on PS3 with you.
Mm-hmm.
And fell off. It was like whatever. Ended up getting into it on like Xbox 360 with like Tyler and his friends, and shit, had a lot of fun. There's like video evidence of me having fun on that shit.
I'm just curious though, because I mean maybe it's just me, but like it doesn't seem like Red Dead Online has really taken off super well. Like people play it, obviously. A lot of people.
I'm telling you, I think it's having the same issues like the GTA Online had.
Yeah.
Like right in the beginning. Like when they start updating it, I think Red Dead Online might actually take off a little more.
Well, because
it is fun.
Yeah,
I'm having a lot of fun with it. But.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but I mean, I'm wondering, can they capture that lightning in a bottle twice? Where it's like, if you don't get people from the jump, it's really rare that you can like kind of fix it and then get people to come back and stay back like they did with GTA Online.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm curious if they're going to be able to do that twice. You know, they should have come out swinging.
It's funny. Me and Tyler are playing, and it's just like half the time we're playing, we're just commenting on like how good this game looks.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game.
The sheer amount of detail in that game is incredible.
Yeah, no, there's no question about that. Yeah.
Other than that, I said this is see all that microtransactions did.
Yeah, see what your sins bought you.
Hey, it's a good ass game.
This is true.
But other than that, I think that's basically all I've been fucking with. Other than trying to think if I've been playing anything else. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I sort of exist in this space where it's funny because my wife is a huge Stardew Valley player, and she's sort of got back into it in a big bad way lately because she's been watching our YouTube series.
Yes.
Which posts every Saturday, and you can subscribe on YouTube.
Plug that shit.
But she's been watching that and really enjoying it, and so that kind of got her back into Stardew Valley in a big bad way. And I was, she was playing, and I was like, you know what? Let me just hop into my farm, my solo kind of account, not the one that I play co-op with you. I was like, let me just hop in and just like see, because it's been probably close to a year since I've played it. So I was like, let me just hop in and just like see what I've got going on. I don't remember what I was doing or anything like that. I don't remember how advanced my shit was. So I hopped in, and it kind of gave me the bug again. I kind of got like re-addicted to Stardew Valley a little bit because like that game just has such a like good hook. Like there's something about that game where you just don't want to stop playing it. Like there's always something more that can be done. You always have a goal in mind, and it's a very brilliant kind of hook, like a hooky game, like Animal Crossing, where it's like Animal Crossing's whole hook is like, there's something I can do tomorrow that'll be available tomorrow. That's Animal Crossing's whole thing.
Yeah.
This game, you have, sort of more time to do stuff, less time to do stuff, but no like hard day limit, where like in Animal Crossing, the days are kind of the days that they are in real life. Mm-hmm. This game has like a sort of in-game calendar, so you have less time to accomplish your tasks, but you have a lot of fucking tasks. So there's that sort of Stardew Valley's thing is just the sheer amount of content. And man, it's just really, really easy to fall back into that game, and I've been having fun kind of playing some more just by myself in addition to playing with you, and it's a great game. But the other, and I've been jumping into Smash, doing some more Spirit Board, doing some more classic mode runs. I'm slowly chipping away at the massive roster of characters doing classic mode runs. I really do like classic mode in that game a lot. They did a really good job with it in this game. It's very like palatable. Have you done any classic mode?
Yeah, I had to do classic mode because I did the farmy,
right?
The farmy way to get the roster.
That's right. So you had to run it like 3 times?
I ran it a little more because I was just doing like classic mode with some of the other characters.
Yeah.
At one point,
I find that
But
it's
yeah,
a
I've done it
very
probably-
I find that it's a very pleasant way to just sort of like get to grips with a character a little bit.
Yeah.
Where it's just, hey, let me just do a quick classic mode, and by the end of it, I'll sort of kind of get a feel for their controls a little bit, and I really like the structure of it. I like that it kind of culminates in a boss fight, and you get that bonus round and stuff like that. It's quick and snappy. It doesn't feel slow or anything like that. It's just a really good, solid classic mode, and it's been fun to do runs of that with characters that I would not normally play. So, but the other big one for me. So we talked last week about like I'm looking for a game to sort of fill the time between now and Kingdom Hearts at the end of the month. Mm-hmm. And I was like, talking about, maybe, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, maybe Shadow of the Tomb Raider. You brought up the idea that maybe I should stream Hitman 2 and stuff like that. And all of those ideas sounded good. But then I just fucking bought Spyro Reignited Trilogy. And I'm just playing that. And man, I'm really, really impressed with it. Like, they actually did a really good job with the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Like, the game looks amazing. Like, they made it look like it just came out yesterday. And the art style holds up really well to this treatment, the colors and everything. I was actually talking to you. I was like, God, if they did something like this for Banjo-Kazooie, I would die.
You would die. You would cry. You do a lot of shit.
I would die to see Banjo-Kazooie get sort of a complete it really is more of a remake than anything. It's like a full remake. I mean, in the same vein as like the Shadow of the Colossus remake from last year, it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Where like, I mean, it just looks completely different, and I mean, it feels the same to play. The controls are the same and everything like that, but like, my God, they've done such amazing work to the sounds and the visuals of the game. I mean, it really is pretty good. And, the first game especially and that's the one I'm playing first. I'm kind of, my goal, I would like to at least get the first game platinumed before I move on. And it seems like it's going to be a really doable platinum. They all seem like they're doable platinums. But the first game is so, like, just simple and, like, mindless, because there really is no story.
Yeah.
The story is dead fucking simple. Like, Spyro 1 story is like, oh, the dragons have all been kind of imprisoned. Go free them. That's it. That's the story. And so, you can just kind of... I've just been kind of turning on podcasts, chilling, going through, clearing out some levels. And it's been really enjoyable. I really like it a lot. But that's about all I've been doing this week. Are you ready to move into the news?
Let's do it.
Ready for a news blast? I have 4 items in the news today. And let's start with the one that I was talking to you about earlier.
Right.
A sequel to Alien Isolation has been announced, but it may not be what you expected. Alien Blackout is a mobile game, and it isn't being developed by Creative Assembly either, but a mobile developer called D3 Go.
This is my thing with that. What's the deal with, like, the rise of mobile games?
I don't know if I would call it the rise of mobile games, but I mean, here's my response to that, Todd. What do you guys not have phones? No.
Or
that Blizzard
this
shit.
entire time it's an out of season April Fool's.
Yeah. Is this an off season April Fool's joke? Yeah.
I love that dude's face.
I love that dude's face. Todd Sturgill.
Dude, he just looks so fed up.
Yeah, he's so angry.
Oh,
I love
so
that
good.
moment though, where they're like, "Do you guys not have phones?" And the whole audience is just booing. It's brutal, dude. It's fucking brutal. I can't believe that. Anyway, yeah, no, this is a direct sequel. It seems like to Alien Isolation, exclusive to mobile phones, and it doesn't seem like there's a huge outrage over it, which is surprising to me. There is a little bit of an outrage, a quiet outrage as it is. I've seen a handful of like YouTube videos crop up of people being angry, but it's not nearly like to the extent of Diablo Immortal. But yeah, no, this is This is weird to me. This is a weird one because the title Alien Blackout was sort of trademarked and floating around for a little while there, and I was actually expecting it to be a Game Award announcement.
Hey, it's apparently. So here I'm gonna read this. Update: Don't consider it a sequel to Alien Isolation.
Okay, they were making it sound like it was because it does.
Yeah,
because it does follow the same character.
Yeah, so it's here. The people behind Alien Blackout have said the game is not a sequel to Alien Isolation. Blah, 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 blah. Let me skip ahead here. We wanted to reach out to clarify that Alien Blackout is a standalone game that shares Amanda Ripley as a main character, but is not related to or a sequel of Isolation.
Well, then so it's basically just a spin-off game. Non-canon, I guess?
It has to be non-canon, because at this point, like, she has never seen an alien.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Isolation.
In Isolation, she never saw an alien before.
So it's just like a weird thing. Like, here, we're going to use this character. It's just weird.
Yeah, so it has to... It either is not canon and is just a weird mobile game spin-off, or it is a sequel, and they just don't want to say it because they know people are pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see there's a tweet here. There's a tweet here from a fan that says... Imagine having the absolute success that is Alien Isolation, gaining critical fame and praise, only for them to make a Five Nights at Freddy's clone on mobile with Alien Blackout.
Oh, Lord.
That's basically what this is. So it seems like, and we haven't seen gameplay, but it seems to be like the gameplay element of it is going to be you're kind of like working these security systems on this Weyland-Yutani space station to help Amanda Ripley survive.
Wow.
So that seems like that's what we've got. There are going to be 7 levels. And it seems like it's not even going to just be her, but it's going to be her crew as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've got actually a synopsis here. Quote, try to stay alive while trapped aboard a crippled Weyland-Yutani space station, carrying a deadly xenomorph as it tirelessly hunts you and the crew. Outsmart the perfect hunter by making perilous choices, survive 7 fear-inducing levels by remotely guiding Amanda Ripley's crew through increasingly challenging tasks using only the station's emergency systems. So, that's a thing. And it kind of sucks. I feel bad for the people who are big fans of Alien Isolation because they're exactly right. I mean, Alien Isolation really is the perfect Alien game. Mm-hmm. And a sequel to it would be something extremely exciting, for fans. I mean, you can't really. I don't really think you could make a better Alien game than Alien Isolation.
That's like Tyler, hardcore Alien,
massive
Alien
fan.
Yeah, hardcore Alien fan. Like, I think these very words have come out of his mouth when talking about Alien Isolation. It's basically the sequel. It's like the closest thing that captures what the first movie does.
Right.
And I think that's why he loves that shit so damn much.
Yeah, I think he even said it's like one of his favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
Like, for that reason. I mean, it really is the perfect Alien game. And so, I'm just surprised they went this route. I mean, it seems to me like it had great critical and commercial success. So it's like, why not just put those guys, straight on to making a sequel? I mean, I'm surprised they haven't, popped out a sequel already.
When did Isolation come out?
Alien Isolation came out in 2014.
Damn.
It seems like those guys sort of just went on, because this is the same developer that makes the Total War series, and that's actually the bulk of what they've been working on lately is the Total War games. So they released Total War Warhammer, Warhammer 2, Total War Saga. They actually developed Halo Wars 2. And I believe these guys, maybe I'm wrong, but I believe these guys are actually owned by Sega. Yeah, they are. They're owned by Sega. So I'm just curious. I mean, for Sega in particular, I mean, if they released a sequel to Alien Isolation, it would do. I mean, it has to have done better than these Total War games.
Yeah, I'm looking at like their games developed, like just going from like Alien Isolation. It's Total War. I think it's like this might be like it's nothing but Total War basically.
Yeah, as of March 2015, Alien Isolation sold 2.1 million copies in the Europe and US. Now that number is a few years old, but 2.1 copies for an Alien game, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good turnover on the investment. So I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit surprised that this is the route that they're going with the Alien franchise in video game form. I mean, making it a mobile game, that's just strange. And, maybe they have look, never say never. Maybe they have these dudes making, a sequel. Maybe it's just slow going or something like that. But, I'm just surprised, that's all. Next thing I want to talk about here, Blizzard quietly confirms another LGBTQ Overwatch hero. So Soldier 76 is gay. Confirmed. Canonically. What do you make of that? Was that surprising to you?
I mean, I was just like, okay.
Yeah, that was kind of my reaction too.
I feel like they're sitting there with a dartboard.
Just with
who's gay?
Yeah, just with a dart and just like, all right, let's make this person gay. So let me give you some context here. So this is a new short story called Bowsette, which I haven't read, but apparently it follows Anna, and I guess
it follows Anna and Soldier.
She comes across a wounded Soldier 76 in the streets of Cairo, Egypt, takes him back to her hideout. And it is the first time they've been reunited since the explosion rocked the Overwatch headquarters in Switzerland. And I guess neither of them knew that the other one was alive for sure until now. And he's going through old photos and sees one with him and a dark-haired man named Vincent. It was since confirmed by Overwatch's lead writer, Michael Chu, that Jack and Vincent were in a romantic relationship many years ago. Both identify as gay. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's kind of nice to see, like...
You know what? Here's the thing. You know what this is, for the most part?
What?
Like, I'm not trying to, oh, he's gay, but I don't give a shit about that. It's just, I love it that, like, they like to do this shit, like, last minute as fuck.
Well, I wonder if Soldier 76 was thought of as a gay character before this.
That's the thing. We'll never know. It's like this whole like just rewriting some shit. Like boom, last minute as well.
Well, it's sort of the perfect crime, right? Because I mean, they could easily come out and say, "Oh no, Soldier 76 is always gay." But I mean, it's sort of the same thing. Here's my opinion on this, right?
It's the J.K. Rowling effect.
Well, yeah, I was actually just about to bring that up, where she comes out years later and she was like, "Yeah, yep. I always viewed Dumbledore as gay," right? And that is my canon too. For me, I'm like, oh, that makes total sense to me that Dumbledore would be gay. Now, here's my opinion on this, as it relates to Dumbledore, as it relates to Overwatch, because I think a lot of people are like, "Holy shit, is everyone in Overwatch just gay?" or so, I think the thing about this is if you can make something inclusive, even if it's just throwing darts.
That's what Overwatch. That's kind of what Overwatch has become for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is, I got nothing. There's nothing wrong with
that. If you have a platform like Overwatch, a popular game, to make something inclusive in that way, if you could say like, oh hey, this character is gay, if you can do that, and if you can use that to speak to gay people, or if you could use that to have representation for like a black or an Asian person, then if you have that sort of platform, I don't see the problem with it. And even if it is a last minute thing, even if Soldier 76 wasn't thought of as gay until now.
Well, one of the complaints that I've been seeing is just like put it in the actual game instead of just like doing it in these little like stories and shit.
Yeah, well, I do wish that stuff like that would be in the actual game, but I mean, how do they really represent that also in the game? Yeah. It's a multiplayer game. Like,
exactly.
If the game had some sort of single player component, that'd be one thing. But like, what else are they supposed to do? How do they really add that?
Well, that's the whole point. Like, that's why they do these little like comics and side stories. It's just so you get more of the lore and like the world building. Yeah.
So I mean, for me, I'm just like, if you can do that in an easy way, even if it is kind of a last minute decision, then I don't see why that should be a problem. I don't see why that should be viewed as a bad thing. I mean, there are going to be people who play Overwatch and never know that Soldier 76 is canonically gay.
Because they don't give a shit. They're just playing the game.
Because it doesn't matter, ultimately.
It doesn't.
But for some people, there are a lot of people to which that does matter a lot. And there may be some, gay person out there that mains Soldier 76 and now learning that he's canonically gay is like a big deal to be represented in that way. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, I'm of two minds about it. Where I'm just kind of like, yeah, maybe it is sort of a cheap throw at the dartboard, but if it is, so what? You know what I mean? If that's what it is, if that's all you have to do to make somebody feel included, then I think that's a pretty small price to pay.
Just toss some shit at the dartboard?
Yeah, if that's all you got to do to make somebody feel included, then I think that's just a pretty small, I don't know, pretty small thing to get a pretty big reward.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
The Division 2 is launching for PC exclusively on the Epic Games Store, not Steam.
See, that's a new thing, man. Like a lot of these like developers are coming out with their own "fuck you Steam" things.
Yeah. Ubisoft further has announced that they will be partnering with Epic Games Store for, quote, additional select titles in 2019. I mean, you know why this is, right? The big thing for Epic Games Store is they're taking a significantly smaller cut from the developers and publishers when they publish their games on the Epic Games Store. Mm-hmm. So Epic Games Store only takes a 12% cut of sales. Steam takes a 30% cut.
Yep.
So, and this is fascinating to me. The Epic Games Store in general is fascinating to me because when they first sort of announced it, I was like, this isn't going to take off. Steam is... Here's the thing. I mean, Steam has been running completely unopposed for, like, forever. I mean, yeah, they had, like, the Microsoft Store or whatever the fuck. They had, like, EA did their whole little thing, but, like, by and large, Steam has been basically with no competitor for however long Steam's been around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's interesting to me, and I think that this is the way you do it. I mean, if you think about it, like EA's Origin strategy was like, oh, we're going to make it so that you can only buy EA games on Origin on PC.
Yeah, that's why Origin's like, who gives a shit?
And that's why people are annoyed with Origin, because they don't want to mix up their storefronts. And then the Microsoft Store is similar. And then, and their whole, claim to fame, I guess, or their hook is like, oh, well, this also links to your Microsoft profile, your Xbox profile, blah, blah, blah. But, like, for Epic Games to come out and say, like, hey, publishers, developers, come to us because we're going to take less money from you. That's fascinating to me.
It's a smart move.
It is a smart move because that's going to be the way that they win this. I mean, that's going to be the way. I mean, you're going to see more people move to Epic Games.
I mean, I've said it for a while. Like Epic has been making like smart fucking moves with a lot of shit that they've been doing.
Yeah, and I mean, so Valve, Steam first came out in 2003. 15 years. Over 15 years of just Valve totally monopolizing the PC digital games market. And now Epic Games comes out here, they've made a lot of money with Fortnite, obviously, and it's a massive runaway success. And now they've got this storefront on their hands, and I'm telling you, this is going to be the thing to change the game. I really love it when, this is what it's going to take to change the landscape of gaming in the future. It's going to take major companies like this making smart, serious decisions.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing: competition is good for business.
Oh yeah, it's straight capitalism, right? I mean, this is what this is the lifeblood of good stuff is produced because of competition. Mm-hmm. So I really think that this is going to be a good thing for gamers ultimately, and I wonder if the Division 2 sells well, regardless of the fact that it's on a sort of less popular game store on PC. I wonder if Ubisoft won't just say, fuck it, all Ubisoft games are going to be on Epic Games Store. Yeah,
I mean, that can easily turn into a thing. Because right now it can just be seen as like kind of testing the waters with it. Yeah,
and I mean, they did say that they have some like future select titles. I don't know if they've confirmed that like Far Cry is going to go on there or anything like that. But I mean, the Division 2 is a massive title for Ubisoft, and coming in March, and that's probably Ubisoft's biggest game of the year. I mean, I can't.
Yeah, more than likely.
I can't really think of anything else they're going to put out that's going to be bigger than the Division 2. So yeah, I'm very, very, very interested to see where all this stuff goes. One last news item here. Much to the chagrin of Tumblr accounts everywhere, Todd, Nintendo has officially stricken Bowsette from canon. According to the official website for New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, only Toadette can wear the Super Crown. There can only be one that can transform into Peachette, rendering all other imaginings of any other characters wearing it officially not Nintendo approved.
Do you think perverts care?
They actually do, though. That's the thing, is like they're I mean, yeah, they're gonna keep doing this sort of non-canonical, but I think people were like very like weirdly hopeful about this. Like I think they kind of loved the idea of like other characters wearing the Super Crown.
Yeah.
So that to me, and I think Nintendo, to rub salt in the wound, in the description on the website, they actually they apologized to Luigi that Luigi can't wear the Super Crown. So to even further sort of spill some tea.
That was such a weird time when that shit was like really like booming.
Yeah, for a couple like days there, it was just permeating the pores of the internet.
It was unfucking real. It was like on any site I was on, I was like, what the shit?
You couldn't go anywhere on the internet without bumping into Bowsette. So here's the thing about it, whatever. It's never been my scene to get into stuff like that, but the idea, the Super Crown, and I honestly feel like Nintendo should just capitalize on it, because the Super Crown really captured people's imaginations for a long time.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I saw so much bullshit with like, I saw like, I don't even remember what the names of all of them were. There was like the one with a boo, shit like that.
Yeah, and I mean it really.
Bunch of shit.
I mean they really went to town on that stuff, and it really, like I said, captured their imagination. I think for me that's only good press. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's only good. That's only a good thing to have people think about your game in that way. So. I think it's a little bit weird. It's a very Nintendo thing to do. Nintendo is very, like, precious about their characters. Yeah. And they always have been. And if they take umbrage with something that is happening in the community, they are quick to stamp it out. So, I mean, but they're not going to, they're going to keep important bits of lore, like Yoshi's full name being T. Munchie Sore Yoshi Koopas, or Mario's last name also being Mario.
Whoa, what?
Did you not know that?
I did not know.
Yoshi's full name is T. Yoshisore Muncha Koopas.
That's incredible.
I'm sorry,
I did not know that.
That is a thing. And Mario's last name is Mario.
Mario.
It's just Mario.
Incredible.
And I think this stuff came from a... Yeah. Yeah. Nintendo's famous plumber simply goes by the name Mario. But did you know that he has a last name as well? During Japan's 30th anniversary Super Mario Bros. Event this past weekend, Shigeru Miyamoto apparently stated that Mario's full name is Mario. Luigi's name is Luigi Mario. Like, what? And yeah, the Yoshi thing comes from a character guide, an old Nintendo character guide. So his full name is T. Yoshi Sore Muncha Koopas. So I didn't realize I was gonna shake your core like that. So,
dude, that caught me off guard. I was like, what? I was like, what, bitch?
Yeah. So anyway, these are these sort of things that are in canon, canonically correct in the eyes of Nintendo. But Bowsette can't be a thing? I don't know. It's strange to me. Just let the people do what they want. I don't know. That's all I have to say about that. Todd, there's a topic that has been on my to-do list for a long time, and I think this week we should finally touch on it.
Oh, I've been patiently waiting for this topic.
Now, this topic was actually submitted to us on our Facebook page by a friend of mine, Dakota. Posted this topic on our Facebook page, which you guys can do too. I mean, feel free, and I don't know if I say this often enough, but feel free to drop a comment, on the YouTube or leave us an email at nerdbourbon@hotmail.com, tweet at us, leave something on our Facebook page. If there is a topic that you would like us to cover, drop it on there. And I mean, it could only help, I'm not going to guarantee that we're going to cover everything that's posted, but there's a chance.
Smart move, because we definitely didn't.
Yeah, so but you never know. One day we may circle back to it. I've got a file on my computer for topics that I have vaulted, and this one is no different because this is one that I definitely wanted to cover. Dakota left this, and he simply said, "The injustices of Waluigi." And this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart, Todd, because Waluigi is a very special character. He's one that I have a huge amount of fondness for. Waluigi has definitely become a sort of cult favorite character in Mario lore. I mean, how do you feel about Waluigi?
I mean, I enjoy him in most things.
Now, so this is a good question. Is his name Waluigi Mario? Is that the idea? Is Wario supposed to be Mario's brother?
Is that a thing? Are we going into the deep lore of Mario?
Are we gonna fucking? Oh no. Okay. It was once stated in the Nintendo Power magazine that Wario is the cousin of the Mario brothers. But
okay, that sounds right.
But this has never been confirmed. He also shares a mysterious relationship with Waluigi. Likely theories that Waluigi is his brother, but that is not confirmed either.
See, here's the thing. I always assumed Waluigi was just some dude.
Here's what I love about Waluigi. I love how low effort Waluigi is. Like, Mario makes some bit of sense where it's like, it's the upside down M makes a W, Mario, Wario, right? That I can rationalize that. But then you go to make an evil version of Luigi, essentially, and you're just like, Wario? Well, how about Waluigi? And I'm just like, all right. That works.
I'm going to read this to you. This is on the Wikipedia page. Okay. When asked whether Waluigi was a brother to Wario, what was his name? Martinet or whatever?
Charles Martinet. Longtime voice actor for all of these characters.
Yeah. Stated that while he did not know, he felt that they were just two nice, evil guys who found each other. That's what I like.
I like that too. And you know what?
I just don't assume he's their brothers. I just want this dude to just I think I just dead ass saw a fucking comic of Waluigi that he saw the Mario brothers on TV or some shit. And he saw Wario, and he basically
he's like, he needs a partner too, basically.
Exactly.
This is the kind of stuff that needs to be explained in a game, Todd. This is the kind of shit that I crave. This deep Mario lore. That's what I want. I want a story-based Wario game. Damn it. Well, here's the thing, and this just ties into this topic perfectly for me. The injustices of Waluigi. How about the fact that he has never had his own fucking game?
Yeah. He's just a side character.
That's absurd. People would buy the shit. And this is the perfect thing, right? So the Mario and Luigi RPG series, huge hit for Nintendo, probably Nintendo's biggest RPG series. The first entry in the series was Mario and Luigi partners in time. I suggest that we should have Wario and Waluigi partners in crime.
Drop that hot fire.
A full Wario and the Waluigi RPG that explores the origins of Waluigi. Maybe he is just some random guy that went to help Wario out. I want to know that deep backstory. I want to know how they came together.
His name isn't even Waluigi.
Yeah, it's like Bob. I want to know that.
He wasn't Waluigi until he put the hat on.
Yeah. Maybe the hat has some sort. I mean, oh, Todd, the lore thickens because that could tie into Mario Odyssey. I don't like
how excited you're getting.
That could tie into Mario Odyssey, though. Maybe Waluigi's hat is like Cappy, where he can sort of possess people. Maybe Waluigi was just a normal guy.
The hat itself is Waluigi.
Yeah. The human host of Waluigi doesn't matter. It is the hat possessing people. Oh, Todd. And yeah,
what the fuck is this turning?
And the sort of flesh sack body underneath the hat, the one that is wearing the hat, is nothing more than a host. It's like the Thing or something. I love it. But to me, it drives me crazy because Waluigi is just getting the shit end of the stick from Nintendo time and time again, where he was not included as a fighter in Smash. Which is honestly a bit of an insult because like everybody else is, literally at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, they've even got Daisy in the game. It's like you can't put Waluigi in there. Drives me crazy.
Shit, like just make him a fucking Echo Fighter of Luigi at this point.
Yeah, I mean, anything would be better than what they're doing now, and they have him in there as an assist trophy, and so that has people sort of discouraged that like they're gonna they're gonna keep Waluigi out of the game. But I think that, and I'm gonna put my stamp in the ground right now. I am officially predicting that one of the DLC fighters will be Waluigi for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
You take that to the bank?
I'm going to take that to the bank. Lock it in. Waluigi will be made a playable fighter in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Will his assist trophy be removed? No. If there is any character that could have an assist trophy out at the same time as a playable fighter, it would be Waluigi. That's what I say.
I can agree with that.
I was actually talking to my buddy Provost about Waluigi in Smash recently, and we were sort of talking about what his moveset would be, and he had a really good idea. He basically sent me like a wall of text that was just like a fully formed moveset for Smash.
Oh God.
And his sort of thinking is that Waluigi could be a very good conduit to sort of give some love to these spin-off Mario games, which don't have a whole lot of representation. I mean, you got to think about it. Mario has Mario Strikers, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Mario Kart. That stuff is kind of not represented that well in Smash. You could take a character like Waluigi and really accentuate that, incorporate the tennis stuff into his moveset. Let him, let him use a golf club. Maybe.
Well, because dude, that's basically the main games he's been in.
Yeah. What better way than to take the ultimate shunned by Nintendo side character and have his moveset embrace the fact that he's a side character, right?
Damn, that's a good ass idea.
Yeah. So and so he was, we were sort of talking about, well, what would his final Smash be? One of the things that's always intrigued me is there's a stage, I think it first debuted in Mario Kart 7 on DS, Waluigi Pinball, where I'm like, how's Nintendo not made this a thing? Because it's a great Mario Kart track. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if for his final Smash, the stage disappears and now you guys are fighting on a Waluigi Pinball board. And the person that started the final Smash has control of the paddles, obviously. And you're just, whenever the enemies hit the bumper, it deals damage, and you can sort of like do a meteor strike with the paddles to smash them out. I
love it.
I just really, really want Waluigi in Smash, and I just can't believe that they have this character and they know that people love this character, and they're doing nothing with him. If they released a standalone Waluigi game, people would be all over it.
I'd buy it instantly.
And in fact, they have actually been giving, you mentioned Charles Martinet. Charles Martinet, who of course has been the voice actor, the American voice actor for Mario and Luigi and Wario and Waluigi since their inception. And so he's been voicing these characters for like 30 years. He actually, they kind of put him to work with the WarioWare Gold that came out on 3DS last year. And there are fully voiced cutscenes in WarioWare Gold where Wario actually has like a lot of dialogue. And Wario is sitting there talking in that game, like a lot, And actually people were, that was kind of giving people a sigh of relief because there's the whole thought that, Illumination is making that Mario Brothers movie, and it's like, are they going to have Mario talk? That's going to be weird. But now here Wario is talking, and it's actually not that weird. Yeah. So it just, again, there's more texture being added to these characters, and I just hope that Nintendo does not leave Waluigi behind for too long. Don't give him the credit he deserves, as a man, as a possessed fleshy husk. Give him a solo game of some kind. I don't care if it's like a little spin-off game. I mean, there's a character like Captain Toad who gets his own game. You know what I mean? Like, shit. You're telling me you can't...
You shitting on Captain Toad?
I love Captain Toad. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a fantastic game. I love that game. But, like, you're telling me Captain Toad can get his own game, but Waluigi can't? I mean, that's...
I'm going to be honest. I'm really down for Wario and Waluigi and, was it like...
Partners in crime? Partners in crime. Have you ever played any of the Mario and Luigi RPGs?
No.
They're really good. Like, they're really fucking good. And, like, I would love to just see a game in that style. You don't even really have to change that much, because the really nice thing about those RPGs is the combat system is really good. And, like, timing based and stuff like that. I really like it. But you wouldn't really have to change that much about it. Just give me a story that focuses on Waluigi and Wario in that sort of RPG. I mean, that is just... For me, that fruit is just plump and hanging right off the vine. I mean, Nintendo could make that so easily. I mean, I would love to see, and we have not had a Mario RPG drop on Switch yet. I would love to see Mario RPG debut on Switch as a Wario and Waluigi game. I would love that. And, even Luigi has his own standalone series, which is going into its third entry this year on Switch. So, like... Why not? Why not give some love to the villains? They're endearing characters that people really enjoy, and I just feel like there's not. It would not be a bad idea. People would love it.
Well, if they did like a video, like a villain game, shit like that, it'd be fun if they brought in like the characters from like WarioWare and shit like that.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing too, is Wario has got his own kind of cast of characters.
Yep.
Like Wario, WarioWare has like the characters like 9-Volt and Ashley, and I mean, you could go pretty deep with it, because
that deep lore.
There is a whole subsection of the Mario universe that is completely unexplored outside of the WarioWare games. Now, of course, that stuff has been integrated slightly into Smash, where you have like the WarioWare stage and the Gamer Mom stage or whatever it is.
Get my boy Orbulon in there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you could have those characters pop up easily in a Wario and Waluigi RPG. I mean, that is just fruit hanging ripe on the vine. That one's for free, Nintendo.
Yep.
That one's for free. Anyway, anything else you want to add before we wrap it up, Todd?
I think that's about it.
All right, thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next week. Get fucking dunked on. Bye.
See ya.
Hey there, thanks for checking out another fantastic Nerd Bourbon video. If you like what you saw and you want to see more, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, leave us a like, drop us a nice comment, or I guess a mean one if that's your prerogative. But until next time, get dunked on.